Hello everyone, welcome to a very sunny bonsai expression. I'm Christoph, and today, well, you can see just behind me, we're checking out the haul I got from Birmingham's Bonsai Boot Sale. Just here, I've got this giant Pyracantha. You'll never guess how much I paid for that. And I've got this giant larch tree as well. Bargains galore. £40 for this massive Pyracantha. £60 for this massive larch. So come check them out with me. Now I'm going to try and attempt to use my gimbal again for the second time. First time was pretty okay, so let's try and go again. So here we go. This Pyracantha is the first one I want to show you. Just look at the size of this thing. I'm going to take a couple of steps back and try not to fall over the tripod. So here we go. This thing is huge. If I give you a perspective of it, this is my hand, and look at the size of the trunk. Here we go. Just look at that. Look at the size of it. This thing is huge. I paid just £40 for this thing. This was an absolute steal. This thing's massive. I can't believe I got this. This thing's huge. Now, so if I come over here, you can see I've got a massive trunk here, and it leads into like a twin trunk. So my idea, I think, I'm just gonna come over here for bend this. I'm just gonna, where it's been cut off here, I think I'm just gonna cut, make it a lot neater just here, and I'm gonna use this branch, utilize it, because if I can get you in just here, this branch here where my hand is, I'm just gonna come up here, and then just, if I can point in without stabbing myself, I've got a branch here, and then just that one here, I'm probably gonna have to remove it, because just on the other side, if I can get you in on top, just here, this is the main branch I want to probably remove. I've got a branch just next to it here. It's probably going to cause swelling eventually, because they both come from the same point, just here and here into the point. So I'm going to leave this one, and I'll probably have to remove this one, which is a shame, because I'm going to end up removing all this section here, which will make a bald spot. But by doing that, this will grow in. This will grow in. And then it'll also remove this section, and then it'll allow this section to grow out. It will bald out for a little bit. And if I don't do that, as I say, it's going to eventually cause swelling, but I think I'll leave it for the time being. Fill this part of the canopy out, and let that grow in before I decide onto it. I'm just going to make a cut here, as I say, get rid of this bit. We've got some nice deadwood feature here. The guy said he started carving this already. Didn't really know what he was doing. It's his first time carving, and I've never really done it either myself, but he said he had a go. Thought it might suit the tree, and I think it's going to. I think he marked this as the front, so he's seeing his vision here as the front, which I'm not too sure about. But again, it's all about everyone's perspective on their tree. And now it's mine. I can't believe I got this for a steal. I'd walked past the seller 3 times and I hadn't seen this tree. I spoke to him, and he said he thought he had it on display, but he must have had it hidden round the side of his truck a little bit too far back. Anyway, 3rd time walked round, I seen it. I asked him how much he wanted for his Pyracantha. He said only £40. My jaw hit the floor, and my girlfriend just said, "Do you take bank transfer?" I didn't even say anything to the guy. She offered to buy it me, so my girlfriend bought this for me. So Anne-Marie, if you're watching my video, thank you very much. I love you so much for this. This tree is amazing. Thank you very much. So my girlfriend is an absolute star. She's a gem. So I've got an absolute awesome tree for £40. What a steal. That deserves a thumbs up, especially because my girlfriend is awesome. So yes. On top of that, I also got myself a little Mugo Pine. Check this little thing out. Mugo Pine, the seller was an absolute little legend. I mean, he was an older gentleman. I'd gone past it, picked this one up. I was undecisive, because I've not really got a Mugo Pine. Well, I've got a little one. It's possibly 4 little ones, and they're all about this sort of size. This sort of size, not this sort of size. And I don't really know too much about them, but I got this one. I was speaking to the gentleman about it, and I said, I'm not sure. Anyway, he said he would do me a deal if I came back. I came back and I said, what sort of deal can you give me? So he said, £30. And I went, what? He went, £30, but I will also throw in this one. So I also got another Mugo Pine for free, including a lovely little pot. So this is a really nice pot. So I got 2 Mugo Pines for £30. So this one's quite nice as well. Just look. So I got 2 Mugo Pines for the price of 1. You can't really argue with that. Just look at that. So we've got 2 Mugo Pines for £30. We originally wanted £15 for this, but I got it for free. So you can't argue with a free tree. We all love free trees on this channel. So winner chicken dinner. My friend Andrew, or Andy, at Tree in a Pot, I picked these 2 little Japanese larches up. Just look at these little 2 babbies. 2 for £10. As I said in the Birmingham Bonsai video we did, the boot sale video we just posted on Wednesday. I showed you his stand. 2 for £10. He was offering certain ones. The larches were one of them. Cotoneasters as well. I think he did maples. And off the top of my head, I'm pretty sure he had some, what were the other ones he had? Hornbeams, probably, I think it were. They were either £10 each or 2 for 10 he had as well. So we had those free, and I picked up 2. Couldn't resist. I do love his larches, so I got those. I also picked up, again, my girlfriend picked up, just £28. Check this out, lovely pot. Don't really know what's going in it yet, but couldn't resist it. I was checking this out. In fact, she picked it and she was like, would you like it? Well, I said, yes, I do like it. And she was like, I'll buy it you. I was like, you don't have to. She was like, no, I'm gonna buy it you. I love you that much. I was like, couldn't resist. So got a lovely pot. It's got great big holes for drainage. Absolute stunning pot. And then I also seen this as well. Nice size micro pot, £5. Just goes to show, I do keep saying about these bonsai Birmingham boot sale bargains that we get. £5, nice large pot. Again, just show you the size of it. This thing is an absolute huge monster of a pot. Get myself a nice forest or something in there. And before we carry on, look at the size of, not these little larches here, but this huge larch. Look at this. Look at that. So this larch, it needs quite a lot of work on it. As you can see, got loads of crossing branches in all of this. Wow, it looks like a bird's nest. And going into the top section here, needs quite a bit of work on it. But again, the gentleman I showed you in the video, nice guy. He wanted £80 for it. I still think that was pretty reasonable, but I offered him £50. He was like, no. We came to an agreement. £60 I paid for this. This is an absolute lovely bit of tree. The guy said it was 80 years old. I don't believe him really, if I'm honest. The guy's got some nice bark on it. Don't think it's quite that old. Spoke to Andy at Tree in a Pot, who again is my larch expert. He reckons it's around about 25-30 years old. He said if it was that old, the bark should be a lot gnarlier than it is. But it is a lovely tree, and we need to get some work onto this. So I think I'm going to do a full video on this. It needs a repot. Speaking of repot for it, I did get myself a nice pot for it. It's a lovely pot. Again, bargain. Just look at the size of it. So I think that'll go absolutely stunning. Just there. We get this lovely larch in this pot. I think it'll suit it really well. So I'm just going to put that there. And then I also got myself another hornbeam. It's not hornbeam. What am I talking about? It's a hawthorn. So this hawthorn is absolutely gnarly. We just need to take some extra growing bits off. This thing is growing out everywhere. It is absolutely gnarly. It's got some craggly bark on it as well. This thing is cool. I will get you in just a second. I'll put these on a spinny tray and we can get in there properly. But just look at this. I'm so happy with this. This thing as well. The guy wanted £50 for it. Got it down to 40. I think it's an absolute bargain. The root system as well. Just look at that. Goes through under there. I think if we can get this on a slight angle, we might even be able to get like a semi-cascade on it. If I can just come around the side of this larch. You can just see it there. The way it grows out. Might be able to get like a semi-cascade going on it. If I just we just pull it out, we might be able to tip it, get it growing down maybe. But if you see, just look at how long and the growth of it. So I might be able to get some sort of semi-cascade growing with it, as I say. So let me get a spinny pot out, clear some of this up, and I'll show you in proper detail these trees. Okay, so I'll start off by giving you a proper spin on the little Mugo pine. So as you can see, nice tidy little piece, £30 for this first little one. And then, as I say, we've got this little one, we've got the first branch, comes down nicely, and I think you can do a couple of fronts for this, but ideally I think the front here is going to be somewhere along the lines of, for me it's going to be here, and then I can just take this one off that pokes up just that way. So for you it's going to be somewhere in the lines of here, and then if not, you could always go for somewhere round about here as well. So you've got an option of a couple of fronts, but the good thing is you've got a nice round pot, so have a look at that. But I think going round about there for me is the front. I like that one, and I just nip that bit off here, just this top one. Leading on from this one, I'll just put that to the side. I'm just going to get the free Mugo pine that we got. And as you can see, you've got this one. It's got a slant on it, but I think what you could do, if you really wanted to, you could probably repot this at another angle. Or you could even take one of the branches out. If you wanted to, you could take this middle section out, grow this on as the leader. Or you could pot it upright, take this as your leader if you really wanted to. Take that one off completely. You know, there's options with this one. But I think, for me, I think I'd probably take this one out completely, this centre one. And that's my option. I think that's probably where I'd go with it. But again, leave me a comment on this one. Two little larches. Not really much to show on these. I think all I'll do with these is just pot them on into something a little bit bigger, give them a bit more growing room, so I can put on a bit more growth for them this year, rather than keeping in the little pots. Just get them bigger and fatter quicker. Nice and easy. Now what you want to see is the bigger trees, so let's move on to those pretty quickly. Now this one's pretty gnarly, really like this one. Look at how twisty and bendy the whole tree is. This is what caught my eye, especially these roots. So it comes off here, comes down and round, then back down and off again. Over on this side it does exactly the same. You've got it coming down, but then it comes round and off. The trunk itself comes up, comes down, up and around, twists off. This bit comes up. I've got all these sections here that I'm just going to chop off. They've been allowed to grow up. I just want to take all this off and allow it to do its thing over on this side. Hence why I said I think I might do some sort of semi-cascade if I can. Bring it up here like this, and then maybe allow it to twist, some sort of turning like this. I'm gonna have to get it out of here as quick as I can, have a look at the roots, see what we can do with it, and then once we've had a look at the roots, then we'll have a look at this sort of section, if we can do a semi-cascade. If not, and we have to do some sort of upright, then we'll have to look at taking possibly this section off and working up here, but I don't really want to be doing that. I think this is the way we want to be working with it. I think that's the best way to go. I just love how gnarly and twisty and rotten it looks. Although it's not rotten, it's a really, really nice gnarly tree. And I've paid for this. This is what I've paid for when it comes to the £40. It's great. Really like this one. Right, next let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this big larch. Now, I think the best way to show you this is I've got it on the turntable. I'm just going to allow it to spin it. Oh, there we go. I'll spin it, and then what I'll do is I think I'll give you another quick fly over, and then I'll show you the inside here of the bird's nest that is, and then show you just how much work we actually need to do, because we've got loads of crossing branches and we need to bring it in closer, have it a bit more compact. And again, if we can have a look at these roots a little bit, will it allow me to have a look? I could probably get it out, but it's a little bit compact in there, so we need to get into there, have a look at the roots. Everything's quite nice up top, just needs again thinning out a little bit. If we can get you in, we can have a quick look, see what we're working with. So here we go, I'll get you in a little bit better. So if I can just show you, we've got crossing branches that come over here, as you can see. If I just bring everything over, everything's just up and crossing. We just need to work out what we need to do with, and we've also got dead branches as well, so as you can see, things are just crossing. I've got sections of dead stuff, so this all here, this is all died off. This needs removing. All this section here is all died off. Yeah, so all that's dead. That'll need coming off. I've got sections here. That's all died off as well, so I'll have to do something about that. But it's all just closed. Just needs a general tidy up, so a lot of it will be removed, and then we need to make it more compact. In the top section here is a little bit of a bird's nest. It just needs cleaning out. Cobwebs. Just needs cleaning out and getting in close, removing some of the unwanted growth. But generally overall the tree is looking really good and healthy, and I think a nice fresh soil, fresh trim. Oh, we've got another dead bit here. Fresh trim and a bit of care and maintenance, and this tree will look fantastic. We've got nothing lower down, but we can work with what we've got. And I think generally the tree needs to be somewhere here, but I think this branch just needs moving, twisting back that way as well. So the wire, we need to get it wired back that way a little bit to open up this section, and then see if we can move this one as well, just a little bit, but nothing major. I don't want to go in snapping branches, because we haven't got a lot of branches to work with. Generally really good tree, can't wait to get onto it, try and make that into the next video. And then we've got one last tree to have a quick spin on, so I'll try and get it on this Pyracantha. I'll try and get this Pyracantha on me. In fact, what I'll do is I'll try and get it on my spinny chair, and we'll have a look at it like that. Now, I hope this is coming across looking good on video. So I've got you back a little bit, and it's on the spinning chair, because this tree weighs an absolute ton. It's probably all this gravel we've got in here. Anyway, as I said, we've got this section at the bottom here where the guy tried carving it. So he's got into it. We'll probably do a bit more carving in the future. So this nice big thick trunk, as you can see the size of it, it's absolutely huge. I'll give you a quick spin first of all. We'll have a look round of it. But there we go, nice big thick trunk. And then just here at the top, splits into two. So the idea, as I say, this one here, I'm gonna let grow up. I'm gonna grow this one out, so we'll have it as like a twin trunk starting at the top. So I'll see it as this is the front rather than anything. I'll see that as the front. for me there, I think. So if I'm looking on it, it will be somewhat there. So for you it'll be here. So for me, that's the front. So this branch will be removed. So you'll have that gone. That'll be gone, I think. I'll probably see this gone in the future. But if you think of that gone, and then this branch here, I'll come up and fill this section here as it is, but this front section will go. This will come out and it'll still fill this in. So this whole section will still be full, but it'll be filled with this section and this section. So it'll still look somewhat like this, just that these bits will go, and then this will be thicker. So it'll still look somewhat like that. This will come in here, and I'll pull this branch down a little bit. So it'll look somewhat there. I think that's going to be the design of the tree. That bit will go. I think that's where I see it envisioned, and it'll still look somewhat like that. It'll just be thicker. It's just that this, as I say, this is the branch here that I was talking about. If I can zoom you in, it'll be nice. See if I can get you in proper. So this section here is where I was talking about. Just here, I've got this branch and this branch. That's going to be the swelling point, and it's this branch here that I've got to lose. So when we work on it, I'll show you in detail. As I say there, I've got to lose that one. That's the options of the tree I see. And the tree itself is looking really nice. Here's the back. We just need to clean this up, remove it, develop this branch. We'll develop this branch as well, lose this front branch, and the tree is looking nice and solid. This branch can go as well, it's too low down. Might keep one of these ones, develop them. Well, that's generally how I see this tree going along. Hopefully this cut wound will pay off as well. That's into the canopy as well. I really like this tree. I think this is my new favourite tree. And at £40, I mean, what an absolute steal. It's just, yeah, it's my new favourite tree. I love it. Absolutely love this tree. And if my girlfriend wasn't my favourite person in the world, she is now, definitely. So that's my haul from this year's Bonsai Boot Sale. What do you think of everything I've got? Success or not? Well, after looking at my haul and this lovely tree, I'm in love with it. It's my new favourite tree. I think my haul was a success this year. Success. That's what I meant to say. It's a success this year. Fantastic. Can't believe I managed to grab myself. Well, my girlfriend grabbed me, yes, anyway. Absolute bargain. It's wonderful. Pride of my collection now. Anyway, did you go down there? Did you get yourself a little bargain or two? Let me know in the comments. As well you're doing that, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And Martin, I met a guy called Martin again this year. A little legend that he is. If you're watching Martin, don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know how your little larch tree's doing. Once you've repotted it, that is. The guy's a cool dude. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. And again, don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what you think of my trees and the pots I got. Everybody, have a good day. Enjoy the sunshine. Do some repots. Thanks for watching.